Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show. This show is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us during a time of political overabundance and divisiveness. We present you with more unifying topics to discuss, for the most part. For links to the articles, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander.
And I am Zaramasa.
And we have Tittles in the live studio audience. And of course, here are you. Today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, August 18th, 2023. So, Mr. Rhombus, do you want to start us off?
Yes. Indeed. Gene-edited pig kidney transplanted into a brain-dead patient 1 month ago is still functioning, doctors say?
Wow.
Huh. That's, wow. With no context, that sounds very odd and very sus.
Well,
Anywho,
no. Go ahead.
Doctors at the NYU Langone in New York City announced Wednesday that they have successfully transplanted a genetically engineered pig kidney into a human. It was declared brain dead in what they called a landmark step forward. The surgical team removed the kidneys of the human recipient on July 2023 and transplanted the pig kidney as well as the thymus. Before the transplant, the pig kidney was modified to remove alpha-gal, a sugar molecule on the surface of pig cells that triggers rare allergy to red meat, as well as organ rejection. Dr. Robert Montgomery, a professor and chair of the Department of Surgery at NYU Langone Health and director of the NYU Langone Transplant Institute, said the recipient's kidney has functioned properly for a month and that its function will be monitored for a total of 2 months.
All right. Well, this is wild. It's concerning. It's astounding, awesome, but also terrifying at the same time because, you know, they're going in there and they're genetically engineering like organs from other animals to be functional in humans, and to top that, to do things that our normal organs would not be able to do. Like, and so, with that said, what's stopping, you know, some hospital from like putting in some kind of like time bomb gene where like 50 years later their kidney ruptures or whatever, or like the third generation down the line gets some kind of disease, you know? Like, this is crazy stuff. Like, yeah. What else? And also, for further reading on this and all the other articles, please refer to the underbar of the description. It has all the links to all these articles down there. What else do we got here? U.S. Steel announces strategic alternatives process. All right. Says the United States Steel Corporation today announced that its boards of directors has decided to initiate a formal review process with the assistance of outside financial and legal advisors to evaluate strategic alternatives for the company. Okay, so this is just stuff involving the company. If anybody actually cares about U.S. Steel, I'm not sure why this is in our news channel, but yeah. I guess it's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Back to you, Mr. Rhombus. I'll just throw away my turn with that.
All right. Pentagon announces $200 million in security assistance for Ukraine.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Stop giving them money. Give it to Hawaii already. Come on.
I know, dude. The whole Hawaii thing, that's a whole shoebox to unpack in itself. So much stuff is coming out of that.
It's like one of my friends lives there.
Oh, man. In Maui?
Yeah. On Maui.
Are they okay?
Yeah. I think so. I hope he is.
Have you been in contact with him?
Not in the past week or two.
Well, please send him a message.
Yeah, I'll get on that real quick.
Kind of feel like an asshole, but after the show, please. But keep me up to date. Like,
oh no, I get it.
Now I'm concerned. So, anyway, what does this say here?
All right, so the package includes critical munitions for U.S.-provided Patriot air defense systems and high-mobility artillery rocket systems, among other items. The items are being provisioned as part of the— billion in presidential drawdown authority restored in June following a reevaluation of the total value of items already committed to Ukraine. In the latest round of assistance marks the 44th drawdown of equipment from DoD inventories for Ukraine since August 2021.
So in 2 years, we've sent them 44 different things. Like 44 times we sent them stuff. Be it money, munitions, equipment, supplies, whatever, a combination. Good.
Yeah, it's
Good
just
gravy. This is ridiculous. Yeah, like, we gotta move on up before we get flagged by the algorithm and get canceled and shadow banned, so... Oh, well, here we go. Speaking of being shadow banned and attacked by the state, ESRB plans facial age estimation, not facial rage, checker for air... why can't I read? Let me retry this. ESRB plans facial age estimation checker for age verification. That's a tongue twister for some reason. The Video Game Rating Board for the U.S., the ESRB, has had its new plans unearthed after the FTC put them up for public opinion. Dubbed Privacy Protective Facial Age Estimation, this tech would allow parents to upload a photo of themselves to give permission to their child to play certain games. This also doesn't appear just to be about mature games, but video games in general. In China, Tencent launched a similar program that requires children to use facial recognition to get more playtime to play games. Here, the ESRB appears to be proposing a new method of parental locks rather than restrictions. So, you see, this is what I don't understand. If they're portraying it as it's up to the parental discretion, then why are they putting in facial recognition? Like, if the parent is there to verify whether or not they want to actually play the game, why does scanning their face, like, matter? Like, that's their kid.
Exactly.
Like, you know, or what if there's a babysitter around? Now the kid can't play a game at all, you know, unless the babysitter has a photo or unless she's in the parental lock too. There's just a way for the system to, like, have the populace as a whole just bring in Big Brother to monitor it. Like, there's no conceivable reason why this is a thing. You know?
Yeah, it shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't have ever been conceived.
Yeah. But, like, this is what the system, does. It's not anything new. Like, we spoke about this in the history show the other day. The UK used the British East India Company to take over India and then make them into a protectorate and all that stuff, yada yada. It's just adding a middleman into doing whatever mischievous thing that you're wanting to do. The government cannot do this, so they're using their buddies in the private industries to do it. Like, it's this. Oh my good gravy! This is just terrifying. So anyway, let's move on up before I blow a gasket here. What do we got from Oddity Central?
From Oddity Central. Debate surrounding true gender of Chinese female athletes reignited by IAAF announcements. The removal of two prominent Chinese female track runners from the IAAF World Rankings has reignited the debate surrounding their gender following previous accusations that they were actually men. Lao Menjue and Tong Zhenghuan, or Zhenghuan, I think that's how it's pronounced, first made international news headlines during the 2019 National Athletics Championships when they won a 4x400 meter relay race as part of a team representing the Hunan province. However, people didn't focus on their athletic prowess as much as on their appearance. People didn't think that they looked feminine enough and accused them of being men posing as women to gain an unfair advantage in women's athletic competitions. Anyway, some claimed they had Adam's apples, or that they had too much junk in the groin area to be women. But the controversy eventually died out until recently anyway, because now the debate has been reignited by Lao and Tong's exclusion from the new IAAF, International Association of Athletic Federations, World Rankings.
And here we go. That's supposed to be a woman? Like...
Yeah, no shot.
I'm not one to say, because I have seen some very manly women, like actual, like born
Yeah, true.
stuff. I mean, like look at Brock Lesnar's daughter. Like, no offense, but like this is not Brock Lesnar's daughter. Like,
Yeah.
So, and even like there's pit hair, like that's not a feminine, mark right there. Like,
Yeah.
if that is a female, then I apologize for what I'm about to say, but that is a guy. All right, like straight up. Yeah. Anyway, moving on up. More from Oddity Central. Allergic plane passenger bought all peanut packets so staff can't serve them, and now wants her money back. And I did not assume. I actually read ahead. It is a woman allergic to peanuts, claimed to have had no choice but to buy all the peanut packets on board a plane so staff couldn't offer them to other passengers, thus putting her life at risk. Oh, boo-hoo, other people around me are eating peanuts. Oh, boo-hoo. Dude, really? Like, if you're that susceptible to peanuts, then how come you don't, like, die every time you go to the market? Like, there's peanuts there. Like, open air, like, in sacks. Anyway, It says, Leah Williams was on a Eurowings flight from London to Dusseldorf in Germany when she noticed the cabin crew getting ready to serve snacks to the passengers. Because she suffers from a severe nut allergy, she felt it necessary to let the flight attendants know as well so they could inform the other passengers about it and refrain from serving peanuts during the flight. Only she claims that the cabin crew was less than empathetic to her health problems, leaving her no choice but to buy all the packets of peanuts available, just so they couldn't serve them to other people. She ended up spending £144 or $184 on 48 packets of peanuts, almost 3 times the price of the ticket of the plane itself. She is now requesting a refund. Dude. No. What that...
That's just...
What
that's stupid. Stupid.
Pardon my language, but what a selfish bitch. Like...
Yeah.
She spent money to deprive people from enjoying their flight. And she's just being very selfish and self-centered. And if you're that allergic to peanuts, like, I know there are flights out there that don't serve peanuts. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, JetBlue, I think, doesn't serve peanuts anymore. They serve, those blue potato chips and stuff. But, like, more often than not, from my experience, now I'm not flying all the time, but, like, most of my entire life, you actually have to request the peanuts. So,
yeah.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that she specifically probably went onto this flight with the goal of just ruining everybody else's good time, and then now she wants her money back. Like, if that's the case, then words can't even express what I want, her to go through. But, like, whatever the case, no, you don't get your money back. You made a decision, be an adult, now, handle the consequences. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one's kind of wild.
Oh. Boy scolded for not doing homework goes to a police station and begs to be put in an orphanage.
What?
Oh boy, got ourselves a common Gen Z. Oh boy.
Damn.
They're arguing. I know, right? I gotta put up with them all the time. After arguing with his mother about overdue homework, a 10-year-old boy in China ran away from home and straight to the local police station to complain and beg to be put into an orphanage. Chinese media recently reported a bizarre incident that took place in Chongqing.
Chongqing. Chongqing.
Chongqing.
Yeah, I know that Qing is the King Dynasty or the Queen. And so, I don't know.
I think so.
My brain hurts.
Yeah. Anywho, CCTV footage shows a young boy storming into the Huijing police station in Yubei and being approached by 2 policemen. They start chatting and the 10-year-old boy tells them that he had been reprimanded by his mother for not completing his homework. So he left the family home to join an orphanage. After a bit of convincing work by the officers, the boy gave them his parents' contact information, so the police contacted his mother, who confirmed the argument about the overdue homework. However, she never imagined that her son would run away from home to join an orphanage, because of it.
Wah! I have to do work. Wah! 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 Wah!
Put that little turd in timeout for 20 minutes.
You know,
Put him in the corner.
Send that little shit to military school. I'll straighten him up. You know, he thinks he has it hard? Well, try doing 70 push-ups in the mud with machine gun fire over you. Yeah, let's see how much you cry then. Seriously, kids really need to learn, you know, like... Yeah, and I'm not being some old curmudgeon or anything, you know, like... It's just, you know... Anyway, I didn't even realize this was a thing. From UPI, aka UPI, sunflower field owners ask visitors to stop taking nude photos. What? The owner of a sunflower field in England are pleading with visitors to stop stripping down to take nude photos in public view. Siblings Sam Wilson and Nett Petley, owners of Stoke Fruit Farm on Hayling Island. Oh, great! So now anybody who wants to go continue it, troll them. Now they have that's smart. Like dox them. Okay. Said they had to put up signs asking guests to refrain from public nudity after 6 incidents of naked photo shoots occurred since the sunflower field opened to the public last month, including 3 incidents in a single day. Wilson and Petley said they don't want to ruin anyone's fun, but the nudity has really become a problem. Just stop it! Like, what are you doing, people? Why?
But why is the Falcon an owner of a sunflower field?
The Falcon?
Sam Wilson. Yeah, Sam Wilson.
Oh, okay.
What is he doing? Russell
a man
Wilson's
of your skills
cousin.
a man of your skills and you resort to farming or whatever the quote is.
It's like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, you can fly around with Captain America's shield, but you decided to own a farm of sunflowers?
Eh.
I mean, pollen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
Ooh. A New Jersey man collects 5,548 Pez dispensers.
That's a lot of Pez dispensers.
I'm going to buy one of them. I want a Pez.
I
just
have
want
several.
a Pez just to have one. I don't have any anymore. I used to have them, but I got rid of them. And I regret it.
Do people even eat Pez anymore? Like, I've never seen that.
I don't think so.
I don't see people
I know some people. I still eat Tic Tacs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like a dispenser, you know, it's not secured, you know? Like...
Yeah.
Huh.
Anywho, on August 18th, a Pez-obsessed New Jersey man's collection of 5,548 dispensers earned him the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of candy dispensers. Brian Schrauman told Guinness World Records his Pez collection began when he found a bag of dispensers from his childhood at his mother's house in 1999. I'm not going to read the quote. I was going to say it's a long quote.
Yeah.
Trauman said he had started out by getting some cheaper dispensers off eBay before moving on to the more rare and expensive items. He said several more Pez dispensers came as gifts from friends and family.
Wow.
And the collector said some of the dispensers in his North Caldwell home have been valued at more than 10 grand or $10,000.
Like some of the dispensers, not his entire collection. Some of each are in excess of $10,000. Jesus, like that's dedication there. And what are those Pez guns? Like straight up, like oh my god, with a pistol grip and everything. Jeez, you see that? Like there's Pez guns in the top. Hold on, I gotta do some quick research here. Pez gun. Oh my lord.
Oh my.
It's real.
Oh, they're actually a thing.
That's a laser.
Yes.
Wow. Oh man, they've been on Pawn Stars, dude. That's what?
Or just has like oh, that photo right there,
Oh my
the one
good
with all
Pez
the
shooter.
all
That
the
looks
different colors.
aggressive. Like, eat your candy. Boom, 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 boom.
Eat the Pez.
Oh my god. Dude, like...
I'm a Pez inside of these fools. Turns
Anyway.
Pez into a DMX song.
Well, we're going to be talking about Pennsylvania here. More from UPI. Pennsylvania 6-year-old named 2023 Kids Mullet Champion. And we would talk about that exploding house, but that everybody knows about that. But
Baby Joe Dirt.
oh my goodness.
That is Baby Joe Dirt.
Baby Joe Dirt. Baby Dirt. Bert. Dude, he literally does look like little Joe Dirt.
Shit,
from the
he's got
movie.
this.
Like when he was in the
Yeah,
trash
no, he
can at
looks
the
like a
Grand Canyon.
Looks like the tiny Joe Dirt, but he also kind of has that. Remember from Despicable Me 3, the guy with the purple suit stuff,
Never
the
saw
main
it.
antagonist of that.
I haven't
don't
seen
recall
any
what his name is.
I never saw any
Oh.
of the Despicable Me movies.
He's got like a. I'll have to show you after the show.
Anyway, it says here, Pennsylvania 6-year-old short in the front, long in the back hairstyle earned him the title of the 2023 Kids Mullet Champion. Mullet Champ, the organization behind the USA Mullet Championships, announced Rory Eric and his mullet, dubbed the Cheddar Whiz, won this year's Kids Mullet Championships. Wow, they call it names now? Well, why not? Everything else has a name. The Pottstown boy and his hairdo came out on top in a field of 300 other bemulleted kids aged 3 to 8. Wow. All right, if you want to see kids with mullets, go to Pennsylvania. Apparently, play it. There we go. All right.
Yeah, no, that is a very common thing here now.
Huh.
It became common again.
Well, everything does have its cycle. I just dread the day that bell bottoms and disco make a return.
Uh-oh. They have another Despicable Me slated for next year.
Oh, jeez.
Another.
Milking the dead horse.
They have 2 spin-offs
I have never
and
seen
3
that
movies. 5 total. That's the kid version of the antagonist.
guy. I see.
Yeah.
What do we got here from UPI?
Alrighty. Alberta government sandwich costume sparks bidding war.
Yeah, there's a sandwich cause. Somebody made a... And that looks really good. They're making actual, but where's the costume?
I thought that was a gyro.
Wait, what?
I thought that was like the same meat it's like the same chunky beef that you use to make a gyro.
Oh.
Or a gyro, or however you pronounce it, because people get mad at you if you pronounce it wrong.
Oh. Isn't it like gyro? Or something?
It's like, apparently it's
Gyro?
gyro, but I call it gyro.
Well, I mean, the meat does spin.
A gyro.
So, anyway, it says here, go for it.
On August 16th, an Alberta-based restaurant chain came out on top in a bidding war for an unusual piece of provincial government's property, a sandwich costume. The latex vulcanized rubber and synthetic materials costume depicts a donair, a gyro-inspired Canadian flatbread wrap featuring shaved beef, sauce, tomatoes, onions, and lettuce. I knew it.
Yum.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah, it's obviously a wrap.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the gyro part. The costume was made by Los Angeles-based special effects studio Alterian Inc. in the 2015 for Alberta's planned video PSA about the dangers of driving while under the influence of marijuana. But the project was scrapped and the costume never had its TV debut.
So what are they going to do? Depict a stoner in, like, a sandwich costume being like, oh, man, I'm so high, I become my food and I can't drive. Like, what were they planning on doing with this?
Something stupid.
Anti-marijuana driving PSA. What?
The entire thing would just be... the whole thing is just a plot around a gyro.
That's silly.
Oh
my
gyro
God.
Gyro.
Dude, read this part.
Oh, the winning bid of $16,025 in Canadian currency, which is $11,854.65 in the United States, because our money's better, was placed by Edmonton-based primetime Donair and Poutine. I've actually had poutine. It's actually pretty good stuff. Which said the costume will remain in Alberta, and the lettuce will remain on the costume.
Yeah, actually, to give a little bit of what's the word?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Understanding.
Okay.
They said that some other guy was planning on removing the lettuce to better like represent that region's form of the sandwich. 11, like almost 12 grand for a sandwich costume. Like, some people just have too much money. Like, that's ridiculous.
Dumb.
Like,
Some people are just.
dude, for that
things
much money,
completely
you
wrong.
can make your own costume multiple times. Like,
If Rick Harrison saw the price of that, he would be very, very upset.
yeah, yeah,
Because he wouldn't give you more than $10.
yeah, no. Yeah, but he would have
You're
like
lucky to
a.
get 10.
He would somehow magically have like a burrito costume specialist on call, knowing
The
him.
best I can do is 7.
Anyway, last but not least, this is wild here. More from Oopie. Researchers reconstruct Pink Floyd song from patients' brainwaves. What?
Whoa.
The famous Pink Floyd lyrics emerge from sound that is muddy yet musical. All in all, it was just a brick in the wall. But this particular recording didn't come from the 1979 album The Wall or from a Pink Floyd concert. Instead, researchers credited it with the reconstructed brainwaves of people listening to the song Another Brick in the Wall Part 1. This is the first time researchers have reconstructed recognizable songs solely from brain recordings, according to a new report published Tuesday in the journal PLOS Biology. Ultimately, the research team hopes their findings will lead to more natural speech from brain-machine interfaces that aid communication with people who are, quote, locked in quotes, by paralysis and unable to talk. Like, people like Stephen Hawking and whatnot. This is wild, though. Like, now we actually have ways of reading minds, essentially, it sounds like. Yikes.
Nobody. Absolutely no one at all. Some random scientist. I can read your brain with a computer.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Me proceeds to do it without it. Just based off of facial expression.
Oh, this is quite a raid. So yeah, once again, please go to the underbar. Like that, this shall conclude the show. Once again, check the underbar, the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not all things Omni Coalition. Our link tree is in there and all that stuff. All the articles are in there. Please go there, give them the footwork. We don't just find random stories. We find good stories, and you should go and read them. Anyway, for your dose of different on and unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central.
And 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
I am the Rhombuser.
And we had the Tittles in the live studio audience. Anyway, and of course, you are you until you catch us next Tuesday. Or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show every day except for Wednesdays and Saturdays. For now, we're working on that, though. But every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time. We have Survival Sunday coming up this Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. And, of course, the Kicking the Peanut, at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So anyway, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Bye-bye!